Right now, if you're tuning in with me, we were changing the battery terminal on the Super Hoopty. Before we do any changes, we make sure our parts match. And if he wasn't here before, it was dope, because I was like struggling heavily and had to break out like this stuff to do it. You know what I mean? So let's get to it. So again, this one, take this silly thing out of this package for whatever reason. It has a locking nut. Alright, so as we get our locking nut out of the way, we break out that 13mm wrench. And this is a super simple thing, which is awesome into what I'm doing because the whole name of the channel is Woodstock's Quick Fixes. So it works out. So what we want to do is make sure that we're getting our battery terminal in through this primary connection, then through our stud. Make sure it fits, because we are not going to have the same issue from the last time. If I could help it. Oh. There we go. This on there. Right. Lock on our 13mm. I gotta make sure the connection is down, because this is what brings life to the rest of your vehicle system. So if this one ain't working, your car ain't working. You feel me? There we go. Thank you guys for joining me. Hello. How are we doing? All four of you. So we make sure that's snug. Get these all swapped out. And for the reference of it, we are working on a 2005 Nissan Altima right now. Make sure that doesn't touch the terminal. Vapor over. There we go. Negative first. Then you're positive. That sizzle lets me know that it's working. Yay. What's up, guys? Oh, there's a chat. Hi. How are you, Mateo? That's crazy. I want to chat. What's up, chat people? We're working on a battery terminal for a 2005 Nissan Altima right now. Thank you for joining me. So I went to turn my car on, and it didn't want to start. I had to push down on the battery terminal. I was heavily struggling. Heavily. And finally, came to visit down to the auto zone. Got this doohickey working for me, and we're doing good. What's up? All right. Now for the final piece de resistance, we are going to fasten down the 10mm for our battery terminal. Make sure that's nice and snug. We do not need any problems from the battery. There we go. Repeat the same for your negative, because your car is going to be driving, moving, bouncing around. Hello. What is your name? Ice Dripping. What's up? That's a good name. I approve of it. Wish I was dripping in ice. Shit. All right, so we're gonna test this out now. Yes. Moment of truth. All right, put this camera over so we can see it. Make sure we're doing our job. Bam, that little light is telling me we're doing something right. All right. There it is. There it is. We bring the car back to life. She's alive! Right, so let me show you what I was dealing with before. So this is our before terminal. Obviously not pretty. Was held together with some wire. Could probably get it back to that original shape. Damn, you know what I mean? This is what I was dealing with. Old stuff. New stuff. Right. Thank you, Dorman, for giving me that part. Love y'all. Y'all the dopest. There we go. So if you're just tuning in, we brought this car back to life. This is the Super Hoopty. The Super Hoopty costs $300 to purchase. It had no oil in it, and the person who gave it to me thought that their car was destroyed. I gladly purchased it. And now we're bringing it back to life, one step at a time. You guys could tune in with me, you know, subscribe if you want. I'm not a pressure person. Subscribe if you want to learn some stuff, because there's a whole bunch of stuff to work on. If I can't, man, we fixed it. Ain't no duct tape involved. I do dig the whole vibe though, Sean, for real. If you can't fix it, slap some duct tape on it and go about your life. But that's not the case here. I can fix it. We got skills here. But the Super Hoopty is very hoopty. Look at that. We got missing handles, complete with big dents on the side, messed up taillights. And I'm going to help bring this car back to life. We're going to do it one step at a time. Oh, it's got a black handle. That's pretty cool. Yeah, one step at a time, we're going to repair this little and bring her back to fruition. And then we're going to work on another one, because that's all I do. That's all I do all day. But thank you for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. We'll work on every single facet of the Super Hoopty. Yeah, it is a 2.5. It's a pretty fun 2.5. You know, man, this was 100% about to go to a pick and pull, like a junkyard. And then I stopped my friend. I was like, I'll just give you the $300. They're going to give you $300 for it. And, you know, now here we are. Okay. Whole car. Very fun. But this isn't the only car that I own. I'm going to show you guys another one. Thank you for tuning in, Sean. You're going to humble me real quick. This is not the only car in my repertoire. Oh, yeah, it's a mean gas saver. What? Especially right now in this type of economy? What? Gas is the big one. It's kind of getting semi-Mad Max-esque here. You know what I mean? It's about to turn into the Thunderdome. So, you know, knowing how to work on a car is a big skill. Right? Now, I'll show you how that. And I'll show you that a whole bunch of different stuff. You know, like running electricity without a grid. That's one. Maintaining your home systems. Doing your own security system. I have a whole bunch of useless skills, Sean. But how we doing tonight? How we feeling? How we doing? We are in sunny California. What's up? Thanks for tuning in if you're down. We're in sunny California. We just brought this $300 car back to life. It is alive. I had to change a battery terminal on it. But yeah, this $300 whip got brought back to life, live and direct. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate y'all. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you a whole bunch of cars that I do actually work on. All right, so this is the Super Hoopty. Super Hoopty's got like mad damage. All right, the Super Hoopty's got so much damage, but we brought her back to life. I'm gonna show you guys some of the other cars that I work on and actually own. It's pretty fun. I'm an adult with adult time, and that's all I do. I just buy cars, fix them. I also fix home stuff, so thank you for tuning in. If you want to learn how to fix stuff, this is the place to do it. All right. Thank you guys for joining me. If you missed the first section of this live, man, we brought this car back to life. Even direct. Let me show you one more time. This is making me really proud. No intermittent starts, just ready to go out the box. Let me show you another car that I own that we also will be working on soon. It's a custom intake. My friend tried to go at it. This is the other car that we have. This is my pride and joy. We don't play with this one. She's dusty right now, but it's my baby. So this is a Cadillac CTS V. Again, this is a monster of a car. It's equipped. It's got both sound system. It's freaking awesome. Heated seats. Custom navigation. Chilling out. A smashed window because of me. It was me. But yeah, the intake was crazy. You could pop this hood and check it out if you want. Pretty dope. How you doing? That's what I look like. But that's not important. Let's look at machinery. All right. This is the Super Hoopty. Super Hoopty is straight up $300 car. Completely straight up damaged, peeled, beat up by the California sun. 3.6 direct injected on that caddy, and man, it was one of those cars that the Cadillac made in competition with freaking the sports cars of his era, because it's a 2007, and man, does it provide some competition. But underneath this hood over here, we got a 2.5 VTEC. Oh, that's factory intake. No, the North Star engine is crazy. So what happens with that is that it runs so rough that the timing chain is meant to snap. There's plastic pieces on the timing guide, so those are going to get eaten. It's a whole monster of a thing. The only thing that helps out with that combination is that they use the Allison Street transmission, which is top of the line transmissions of its time. Yup. Here we go. Here's the Nissan. She very beat. But, we're going to bring her back to life. Straight up. No, that's the whole thing. So I try to keep up on engine work a lot because, the chassis means nothing. This thing is all interchangeable parts, just like a Lego, right? The real workhorse here is underneath this hood. Now I know Nissan gets a bad rep with their transmissions and whatever, and it's because they side slant them, and it's really weird. But if you keep up on this transmission, right? If you really keep up on your valve changes, your actual clean outs and everything, this thing runs like a dream. So Nissan didn't know what it was doing when it unleashed these in the street on 2005. This became the baby mama mobile for many a baby mama. So, I'm from a town where if you see shorty coming up in a Nissan, you laid on a child support payment and they're coming to get you. But that's her right there. Thanks again for tuning in, right? We're going to go run upstairs, take a shower, and then probably work on some more stuff here. I know today I could do the fuel pump, which is going to be located in that back seat over there. Fuel pump is getting changed. I don't think I'm going to crack out the radio. I do have the radio for it. Not going to crack out the radio. We're going to crack this one out, though. This is getting swapped because I like that, don't like that. You see? I appreciate Sean because Sean knows his cars. I appreciate you, dude. Hell yeah. Stay tuned, man. Like, straight up. Like, we do all this because I do not like paying mechanics, and I just do it myself. But you're right. That oil filter is going to be... That oil filter is going to be a hell of a fun little service. Also, because of, you know... Right? So, like I was saying, you could do a transmission flush without dropping that bell or anything, or, you know, doing any crazy rigmarole. Literally, your transmission plug is right under there. I'll show y'all in a few. Well, probably in the daylight. Preferably in the daylight. But thank you for tuning in right now. And, you know, just enjoy your night. Catch you in a few. Stay safe.